Thank you, Larry. Thank you very much for the nice introduction to UB and to UB 2020. Thanks a lot. I'm really delighted to be here, and this is a magnificent place to hold the UB event. This is the first time I have been in this hotel, and it's beautiful. This hotel is definitely the jewel in the city where we have beautiful architecture all around the city. So it's great to be here. I want to thank some volunteers first. I want to thank the Victory Bull, who was supposed to be here, and he was here outside. The Dazzlers, the UB Honor students who had their own function just before this function, and also, yes, the Western New York Prosperity Scholars. These are the scholars who actually are working with the local companies who are interested in civic-minded and economic growth of the Western New York, and they get a scholarship, and that scholarship enables them to work with the industry. Thank you for being here, and thank you also for being interested in the economic development of the Western New York. It's great to see such a turnout. I was thinking whether they came to hear the president or they came to see the architecture. And it's hard to decipher. I can't do a blind study for that. So there's no double blind study for that. I will assume that they came to hear me. We have quite a few alumni here. We also have a lot of faculty and staff, and many of them are alumni as well from UB. So thank you for coming here. They came here after the work, so thank you for being here. We have approximately 70,000 UB alumni in Western New York. So I was trying to do some math, and if you look at Western New York, about 28% of the Western New York has a 4-year college degree. And you look at the Western New York population, you think about some probability that the husband and wife both are graduates, and very quickly you realize that every third family that is a graduate in the family has UB graduate. What a reach for UB. In fact, if you need a dentist, If you need a dentist, 9 out of 10 dentists are UB graduates here. Actually, some of them are here, so welcome. If you need an attorney, 8 out of 10 are UB graduates. If you need a pharmacist, 7 out of 10 pharmacists in Western New York are UB grads. If you need a physician, 6 out of 10 have either UB degree or have been trained at UB. So as you can see, Larry, you can be away for 20 years from UB, but you cannot be away really from UB graduates. I'm very honored to lead this institution, a fabulous institution, an institution that is one of the 59 AAU institutions in the country, which is the highest membership a research university can attain. I've been here for 8 years, came as a provost, and then about 18 months ago, I was appointed as the 15th president. And I must say that any president actually is just a transition. The things that goes on the campus is not the work of one president or 2 presidents or 3 presidents. It's really a cumulative work of the presidents that have come before. So really, whatever is happening right now, I can take the credit. If something goes wrong, I could be blamed. But really, it's a cumulative work of a lot of leaders, the presidents, the faculty who have served here for a long time, the students who have graduated from here, anything that UB stands for today is really the work of entire UB family, which is not just the family that are currently working at UB, our students at UB, is the entire family. So I must say that really it's honor to be the 15th president of this fine institution. Thank you. Now, I used to think that the provost job was really tough. I was provost for 7 years, and it is a tough job, actually. But president's job is tougher, I think. There's at least one silver lining about it. When I used to tell people, they asked me, what do you do at UB? And I used to tell that I'm the provost. And they say, what? Nobody really knew what the provost was, and I don't want to explain today what the provost is. But at least as a president, people know what a president is. I don't know if I know completely, but people know that. When I was provost, I told John that his job was to bring money, and my job as a provost was to spend it. Unfortunately, during the time I was provost, at least 4 years, we had 7 budget cuts, so my job really was to cut the budget. Why am I here today, and why do we have all of you here? You could be doing something different. I think it's very important for a university president to hear directly and have dialogue directly with the supporters as well as with the alumni. It's very important, and that's why I'm here today. When I was inaugurated, I announced that I'll be going around the world. Remember, we have more than 220,000 alumni in more than 130 countries. The global reach is really global. And I think it's important for a president to come and talk to you, to listen to you, because that's important for the university, because you have spent your time there a lot more than a new president or provost have spent time there. And you are in a different way connected to it. So my basic goal was to visit 20 countries, 20 cities in 20 months. And this is the 12th stop. This is really the middle of the 2020 tour, and this is the right place to be in the middle of the 2020 tour. We didn't have as many people anywhere I've been to, but this definitely is a great stop here. In fact, I like it so much, I'm thinking that I should have an event like this in Buffalo every year. So, now, I should tell you that as I go around the country and around the world, I feel a special connection to Buffalo among all our alumni. So I'll give you 2 very quick stories. I was in Los Angeles, and in the event, not one, but I heard from multiple alumni exactly what was happening in Buffalo that day. I mean, it's amazing that they are reading the newspaper, they are reading internet, whatever they're doing, but they're very interested in Buffalo. They were interested in what kind of economic development is going on. I'm serving on the Economic Development Council. They wanted to know exactly what's going on. Very, very interested. And they've been away for 40 years, 30 years, but they really are connected. I was in Kuala Lumpur, and there are a bunch of alumni, and we're talking about, they're discussing some politics, and they're discussing something about UB, and all of a sudden, I find 2 groups of students actually fighting about whether the chicken wings at Duff's is better than an Anchor bar. And these are the people who lived here many years ago. but they're still talking about buffalo, and they're connected to buffalo. I actually am a vegetarian, so I couldn't tell them which one is better. So really, it's, as Larry said, it's tremendous time of excitement. We are not just planning UB 2020. I should first thank you all for your support as we pursued UB 2020. Without your support, both alumni and friends, it would not have been possible. In fact, and Chancellor acknowledges that, NY SUNY 2020 that was passed, which gave more rational tuition for all campuses in SUNY, happened because it started with you here. So really, you should take credit for what had happened not only at UB, but also in the entire system, entire SUNY system. So thank you again for that, really. That was... So a lot of exciting things going on. We have just hired, and they are on campus, 85 new faculty members, including our new provost, Charles Zukoski, who is distinguished faculty, a National Academy member who just joined as well. So really, we are moving forward with the NY SUNY 2020, or UB 2020 as we wish to call it. The campus is really live, and there are 29,000 students walking around the campus. In the first week of the classes, walking on the campus, they would invariably ask you, what's going on, where's the building? And many times I can tell them where the building is, but we have 3 campuses with a lot of buildings. And sometimes I have to ask other people where the building is. But really, it's excitement on the campus with the students being there, and also new buildings. Those of you who have not been to North Campus lately, there's the environmentally friendly Greiner Hall. There's the Davis Hall, which we opened, one of the really most exciting new academic building on the North Campus. We're opening Kapoor Hall on the Main Street campus, the South Campus, and also the CTRC will be opening as well later this month on the downtown campus. We have a lot of other activities going on. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. We're also transforming our students' experience. Many of you probably remember that UB has some small classes, but some very large classes. And one of my goals as a provost was really to think about providing all the students the kind of experience that our honor students get. So they can really work with the faculty. They can do research with the faculty. They can have a seminar with the faculty. And we have these discovery seminars. We have also these undergraduate academies where the students could do community service. They could do undergraduate research. They could do study abroad. They could do entrepreneurship. Or they can do work on sustainability. These are the academies for undergraduates where they can join these academies, they can live together, they have seminars, they have classes, and really provides them something new to learn and also to follow a path for their education. A lot of things happening both at undergraduate and graduate level. Recently, we announced an initiative we call Finish in 4. Many of the undergraduates actually don't finish in 4 years. And our goal is really to provide them the environment and the advising, the classes, so that they can actually, if they want to, finish in 4. This has been very popular. It's taken a lot of effort from all parts of the campus, from the advisors, from the departments, from the support services. But really, it's something that's getting national press. A lot of people are interested. And we're not talking about finishing 4 for a 500-student campus. We're talking 18,000 undergraduates. So we really need to have all the support that we can do. And that's doing very well. So what are we doing right now? What's our UV's vision? It's vision of excellence. Vision of excellence meaning that everything we do, the faculty we get, the education that we provide, the facilities that we have, the research that we do, we need to be excellence. If we do all that, I know we can have a major economic impact. But if we don't do those things, we could have no impact at all. So this is really tied to our mission, being excellent. We are really bringing excellent faculty. We have a really strong and excellent group of faculty already on the campus, but we are bringing more faculty and bringing them across the disciplines. We are educating globally minded students. About 13% of our students go study abroad. Our goal is to raise that to 20%, because the graduates coming out need to have experience, need to have education that's globally applicable. So that's really something we are doing as well. And we're creating the 21st century campus environment. So one way to think about our vision, or our UB 2020, if you wish, is, and I was thinking about what words to use. So I actually got 3 words: vision, impact, and place. And it's easy to remember, VIP. So really it's vision, impact, and place. So really our vision, as I talk to you, is really long-term vision is excellence. That's where we want to go. Any decision that we make, we have to ask ourselves, are we moving in that direction? Is it really providing the excellence that we want? But we also want to have an impact. You know, if you look at UB's economic impact, it's close to $2 billion. So that's economic impact. But if you also look at the entrepreneurs that the business school trains, the companies that they start, the kind of incentives that we give. You know, we have this award called Panache Award, and the first graduates or first winners of those Panache Award just sold their company for a very large sum of money. Local students who actually were given $50,000 to an award from the business school, Panache Award, and they just made big. And the multiple of those award winners since that time. In fact, this year's winner is one of the 35 campus entrepreneurs for the Forbes magazine, 30 in the country on the campus. So we have the brain power here, we have excellent students, and we can really get them to do right things, and we can do the economic impact. But also, we should have social impact. You know, any college has everything the society needs. We have the scholars who can argue about things, which is very important, actually, because that really improves the quality of life where we are. We have artists, we have Center for the Arts, an excellent facility with the events that we hold there. We have our interaction with the other culturals in the town. And that all really leads to a better social impact and cultural impact that we make here. Now, the place is important as well. And we define our place not just locally, but locally and globally. Our place, although is a lot more here, but we really think about not here, but beyond. So let me give you an example of how we are working on the VIP model. If you look at the medical school moving downtown, we're really recruiting top faculty. In fact, in the last 4 years or so, Dean Kane has recruited 8 or 9, actually might be 10 new chairs from the top places coming to the medical school. They are recruiting in turn faculty and the clinical faculty from all over the world. So that actually creates better environment for our education, for our clinical services, and that's good for our students, excellent to our students. And we are creating world-class research facilities, not only the new medical school, and that is on track right now, but also the Center for Excellence, also the CTRC. All these facilities actually give you the kind of excellence that we need. If you look at the impact of medical school downtown, there's a better impact on the healthcare, better entrepreneurship, the research that's going to come from bed to bench or bench to bed can yield actually a lot more new startups. And we have incubator in the new building as well. So this is going to provide the impact locally here. But if you think about the place, downtown revitalization, this is a place that actually is going to bring a couple of thousand new people there. You think about the BNMC, Buffalo Niagara Medical Center, it's already a thriving place. It really has the kind of vibrancy that you need, but with the students coming in there, the faculty coming in there, this would create the next level of excitement. And the predictions are that we have about 12,000 people working in that complex right now. It would go to 17,000 by 2018 or so. So this is kind of economic development and the place, and also creating much better and healthier community here. We are also providing, if you think about the place, we're working with the Buffalo Public School. Just a few months ago, one of our distinguished professors in chemistry, Joe Gardella, with Buffalo State and the Science Museum, got a major grant, about $10 million from National Science Foundation, to work with the Buffalo students and the faculty in the Buffalo Public School to think about the STEM fields, that the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Many of our students really are not interested after 7th grade or 8th grade to think about mathematics. How do we keep them interested? How do we train the teachers so that they can keep them interested? And we are working very hard with the teachers, as well as our teaching assistants working in the classroom here as well. So we are connected with the Buffalo Public School. One of our students, Esther Buckwalter, one of the prestigious UDAL scholar, is working on the clean water, not only in the South America or in Asia, but also here in East Buffalo. She's working on how do we provide clean water to people, because it's so important for health. We have just recently one of our faculty members from planning department, from the architecture and planning, Samina Raja, got $3.96 million grant from USDA to think about food access and nutrition in the rural communities. This doesn't come because she just applied for it. She has been working in the city of Buffalo to think about nutrition and healthy living in the Buffalo area. So these are some of the people, and all these 3 projects that I talked about have global impact, but they are being done here in Western New York. So we want to make sure not that we have local impact or local benefits, but we want to make sure that this is globally making case as well, because Buffalo is a global university. So as you can see, the sum is greater than the parts. UB really is working on multiple fronts. It's not just the local educational research university. It's the local economic powerhouse. It's the local educational powerhouse. And also, it's the local community and the quality of life here. Question is, how can we get you involved more? What can you do as alumni and friends? Well, first of all, I would like you to come and visit campus more often if you don't do that. If you're coming to a Bulls game, and I invite you to come to the Saturday's game with Morgan State. As those of you who watched the game, we played in Georgia. It was a good game, and our team really did very well, except we did not win. But you should come and visit us, but come a little bit earlier. Look at the transformation that's going on the campus. Come to the South Campus. We have farmers market there on the Wednesdays, Saturdays. Come and visit there. Come and see the transformation going on there. Our goal is to reinstate the South Campus to the EV Green campus it used to be and get all the temporaries out. Come and see our CTRC building, Center of Excellence. Look at what's going on at the downtown campus. We cannot do this all by ourselves. We need your help. Many of you have been doing that already. And we need all kinds of help. We need your help to lobby with us. When we have asked you to do, you have done it. We need your money. Whatever you can give to UB. But we also, more than that, we need your opinion and we need your feedback. So please write to me, or you can actually give opinion now. We'll give you some time to talk about it. But really what I want is your involvement. You know that the state universities don't really get what they used to get. And for us to be keeping in line with other competing universities, we have to do a lot more. And we have to do that ourselves. So thank you very much for listening. I'll be happy to have your questions and comments. Thank you.